Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and thanks for tuning in to another of my Warhammer 2 tournament videos. I hope you are all enjoying the tournament as much as I am. We are over halfway through round 1 and have seen some interesting strategies so far. I'll be putting up the bracket to show you our victors in round 1, but we will be swiftly moving on to take a look at the battles fought between SANDPIRATE and Lord LEVAN. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Welcome everyone to the first battle between SANDPIRATE and Lord LEVAN, and SANDPIRATE was the one who sent in these replays, so we'll be taking a look at it from his perspective. He is down in the south playing as the Beastmen, and we actually have some units that have been Vanguard deployed over top of one another like we've seen previously in previous battles in this tournament, so we'll have to see how either player will react to that. But taking a look at the Beastmen army first, we've got 5 units of the Ungor Spearman herd. Looks like 4 of them actually do have shields. We've got a Bray Shaman of Shadows. We've got Morgur the Shadow Gave on the battlefield with 3 units of Gore herd with shields, bringing up the second line. We've got some heavy hitters as well. We've got a Minotaur with shields, and a regiment of renowned Minotaur with shields, the Butchers of Kalkengard. We've got a Chaos Spawn, and then we also have a Korok's Manripper's Bestigor herd, which is a halberd infantry. And then we do have 2 units of Chaos Warhounds on the flank. Looking at Lord LEVAN's army, he is playing as the High Elves, and he actually has 2 units of the Illyrian Reaver Cavalry Archers on the flanks Vanguard deployed. And he has 2 other units of Cavalry, Silver Helms with shields. In the front line, he has 3 units of Spearmen. He has 1 Lothern Seaguard, Techless. We've got a Mage of Life, and we have 4 units of the Archers with light armor, and then a Phoenix Guard in reserve. So actually very similar deployments from both of these guys. You notice they've got 2 units Vanguard deployed. They've got 2 units of heavy hitters in the back. We've got the Minotaurs over here versus the Silver Helms. We've got 1 halberd infantry unit held in reserve, the Phoenix Guard and the Manrippers, and a basic line of spears. The only thing that's different is that the Beastmen have more infantry, and the High Elves, of course, have more archers. So we'll have to see which kind of army comp style favors the other. Let's go ahead and get to the battle. Alright guys, welcome to the battlefield, and as you can see, the Chaos Warhounds have immediately attacked the Illyrian Reaver Archers that were hidden in the tree line, and hopefully Lord LEVAN notices this and pulls that cav away. There we go. He's going to try and get it out of range. However, the Chaos Warhounds are very quick, so they should be able to pursue quite effectively. I don't know how the Illyrian Reavers are going to really get out of that, although I guess if they were in a prolonged melee with them, they may win, because Chaos Warhounds aren't the best. But regardless, SANDPIRATE does know that there's at least 1 unit of cavalry on the battlefield. The second one has just cleared the trees. We've got the Silver Helms moving across here. The third one is out in the open, making itself very known. We do have SANDPIRATE moving the Chaos Warhounds around the tree line, but we also have that other unit of Illyrian Reaver Archers just waiting for the chance to strike. Now, it's very good that SANDPIRATE is being aggressive. He did take the hilltop, but he cannot just sit there. He has to push forwards. You do not want to allow the High Elves to use their strengths, which is their archers, against this very limited defensive army. It's an offensive army for sure, because he didn't actually bring any archers whatsoever, so he really doesn't have much of a choice. He needs to charge on through. There we go, actually monopolizing the Lothern Seaguard in melee very early on with a cheap unit of spears. They won't last very long, but that was a pretty good effort. We've also got some Minotaurs charging in over here as well against the Spearmen. Just powering on through, my goodness. I think that Phoenix Guard, yeah, it's activated immediately once Lord LEVAN sees that those Minotaurs just pushed on through the spear line. We've got another spear unit actually flanking around as well. We do have the Minotaurs over here chasing the Silver Helms down. I think the Minotaurs would better be served over here, breaking this infantry quickly. The Chaos Warhound's also sitting up on the hilltop. Doesn't look like he has noticed that yet. He's probably really focusing over here. Looks like we just missed a pendulum that went through the spear line as well, but the Phoenix Guard have arrived just in time to stabilize this situation. If we zoom out, let's take a look at what else is going on. Excellent positioning here with the Illyrian Reaver archers, and it looks like we did have a huge charge from the Silver Helms in the back of the Minotaurs, and that has actually broken them. We have Gorok's Man Rippers in here, the Bestigor herd. We've got Morgur the Shadowgave actually challenging the Phoenix Guard himself. So I don't think that SANDPIRATE's left flank is looking very good. However, his right flank is looking excellent. Yes, well done. He's actually disengaged. Oh no, he's still chasing the Silver Helms, actually. He has done quite a bit of damage to them as well. That is not a very healthy looking unit. In fact, they are terrified of the monstrous infantry, and they have broken. So very well done on his right-hand flank. I just wish he would get these Chaos Warhounds moving a little bit better. He does have this one moving across, so hopefully he'll come in and hit this unit of archers with light armor, or maybe charge into the back of this archer unit here. And yes, actually, that's exactly what he's going to do. So well done, just locking down these archers in melee so they cannot continue to fire and kill the beastmen at range. This unit is probably such an annoyance here, but there we go. He actually got a Chaos Spawn unit to spawn, funnily enough, on top of those Illyrian Reaver archers. Well done there. We've also got some spearmen going to support them there. And it looks like we may have another pendulum here. What is this? Oh no, we've got a flying phoenix! Let's watch this. Yes, well done. Well done there. Excellent spotting, and it actually destroyed Korok's Man Ripper's Bestigor herd. They are routing from the battlefield. Well, it looks like we have something coming in on the Phoenix Guard as well. Probably a pendulum. Yes! There we go. Very even fights here. Both of them really focusing down their halberd infantry. Oh no, but here come the Silver Helms once again. Well done to SANDPIRATE, actually getting a countercharge there with the Minotaurs and stopping that unit in its tracks. However, Lord Levan has kind of pulled his archers back here to a second line with Teclis, and this Chaos Spawn, it looks like it is going to despawn very shortly here, but not before it has done quite a bit of damage. How is Morgur's health? He is quite healthy as well, so he could challenge Teclis in melee. And yeah, this right flank, the way we were looking at it was a left flank, but we are looking at it from this direction. So his right flank has definitely done very well, except we do have that Illyrian Reaver archer unit over there that is still an annoyance. We've got, okay, we've got the Butchers of Kelkengard moving in against poor Teclis here. That has to be terrifying. Although the Silver Helms are going to get a good charge into the backs of the monstrous infantry, the archers are still being able to fire, although not for long. You can see we've got a lot of Ungor infantry moving forwards here. We've got the Gore herd with shields and two Ungor spearmen with shields moving forwards as well. But Teclis is just getting torn down. Look how quickly he is losing his health. We do have spearmen moving in. I think that Lord Levan realizes that this is an extremely dangerous situation for Teclis at the moment. However, it's not like he can retreat back because the two units of spearmen have been pushed in to block his retreat. And what is this coming down over here? That has destroyed the Illyrian Reaver archers, causing them to rout as well. Silver Helms, or no, actually, that's the other Illyrian Reaver archer unit moving in. That has used up all of its ammunition, though, so it needs to probably be used to charge into something, and it looks like he may charge into the spearmen. No, he's not. He's going to let the spearmen get the charge off. Oh, no. And now things are starting to swing into SANDPIRATE's favor. 678 Ungor still on the battlefield, and only 350 High Elves remaining. And I think it is kind of entering the cleanup stage at this point. The Chaos Warhounds are going to make sure that Teclis dies on the battlefield. He will not be able to retreat. Although I'd maybe disengage them from that and push over here to the archers. Although he hasn't shattered, so he could still return to the battlefield. We've got a few units that are kind of just sitting around doing nothing. I think there is a lot of micro to focus on in the center here. But Morgur the Shadowgave, what a tank, along with his units there. And there we go. Yes, Teclis has been slain on the battlefield, and I think that will be the nail in the coffin here for the High Elves and a possible High Elf victory. Chaos Warhounds moving in. Poor archers are probably going to get charged. He actually was extremely effective with the Chaos Warhounds. Sometimes they're not really that useful on the battlefield, but he made good use of them here. Really tying down key enemy units and also killing the general there at the end. But it looks like it's just the Mage of Life that is really the only one remaining on the battlefield. And I think with the army losses, we will get the victory. There we go. So a Pyrrhic victory. So SANDPIRATE is up 1. So if he wins 1 more, then Lord Levan will be eliminated from the tournament. So let's go ahead and find out what happens. Welcome to the second battle between SANDPIRATE and Lord Levan, and SANDPIRATE is actually playing as the Tomb Kings here, so it's nice to see that someone is playing as them. We haven't had them yet in this tournament, but on the right-hand flank we have 2 units of Skeleton Chariots, but the rest of his units are all collected here in the center. He has a good line of Skeleton Spearmen and Skeleton Warriors, kind of mixed on in. But the rest of his units are mostly big entities. He's got, of course, the Kepragard Tomb Guard in the rear, but we've got 2 Tomb Scorpions, a Kemrian War Sphinx, a Necrotect, and Arkan the Black. Looking at Lord Levan and his force, he's playing as the Skaven. He is playing as Clan Eshin, I believe, the Assassins, the Assassin Rats. He's got 3 units of Night Runners here, Vanguard deployed, so they'll probably start harassing the flank very early on. The rest of his units here, he has some Gutter Rudder Slingers in the front line. He's got some Skaven Slave Spears. We've got a Stormvern with Halberds over here. In fact, he's got some Eshin Triads in the center as well. Looks like 4 units. And what else does he have? Deathmaster Snitch is on the battlefield. We've got a Deathglow Bombardier. And what else? I think that's pretty much it. Just some Rat Ogres held in reserve. So definitely quality on the Tomb King side, but quantity on the Skaven side. So let's go ahead and get to the battle. And just as I suspected, we have the Skaven running down the hillside here and beginning to harass the infantry line of SANDPIRATE, and SANDPIRATE is quickly moving his units forwards. He does have his Tomb Scorpion moving forwards as well. The annoying part about these Skaven Night Runners, though, is that they can fire even when they are retreating. So you can see that the Skeleton Spearmen and these Skeleton Warriors here have already taken some damage, and the Tomb Scorpion is much too slow to catch up. Now, it looks like Lord Levan is content to sit back here and just wait. I don't think that SANDPIRATE brought any skirmishers again to the battlefield, so we'll have to see how that plays out. I bet you he's kicking himself right now for not having one of those Skeleton Chariots on the other side, because they definitely would have come in handy running these Gutter Runners away. Or sorry, the Night Runners, my apologies. But I think even in melee, the Night Runners are pretty decent, so I don't know if 1 Skeleton Chariot would have been enough. Maybe if he did have 2, but where is the second chariot? Did he bring both of them back? Yes, he must have brought both of them back? No, I was going to say, yeah, there's the other one going wide on the flank. Looks like the Tomb Scorpion is starting to soak up a lot of damage from the Gutter Runner Slingers, and SANDPIRATE is going to retreat that unit. Oh my goodness, though. Look at the damage that the Skeleton Warriors have taken before they've even made it to the Skaven lines, and now we've got some Skaven Slave Spears pushing out, and I don't even know if this unit is even going to last long enough. And the trouble with the Tomb Kings as well is that they crumble. So if they get them to a low enough... Yeah, they're crumbling right now already before they even get into melee. That is not good at all. Yeah, you can see they are crumbling. The unit losing decisively. This one over here has strong binding though, so that's good. So they'll be able to challenge these Skaven Slave Spears in melee. And yes, look what we've got going on over here. Yes, the Kemrian War Sphinx actually getting into the Warp Fire Throwers. I neglected to mention these during the army comps, my apologies. But yes, destroying a very expensive and valuable unit early on here. Let's see what else is going on, though. We do have those Deathglow Bombardiers hitting very hard into those skeleton swords, and they are actually crumbling at the moment, or they have critical binding, so they could begin to crumble very soon. And what is Deathmaster's... Oh, he's actually putting some spells down as we speak. And the Skeleton Chariot has been blocked by the Storm Vermin Halberds. Oh no! That is not a target you want to be charging into. We do have a Skeleton Warrior with... a Skeleton Warrior unit attacking the rear there, but that is not going to be enough. However, this Cambrian War Sphinx is causing major problems behind Lord Levan's main line. Look at all the damage it's doing here. It's already broken the Warp Fire Throwers. We've got a unit of Eshin Triads here that will probably break to this majestic beast. We've got the Gutter Runner with Slingers. It looks like they are firing at the Tomb Scorpions, but the Tomb Scorpions are throwing rats left, right, and center. However, again, with SANDPIRATE, his left flank seems to be where the issue is. However, surprisingly, the Skeleton Warriors here, who were crumbling from the beginning, are still beating the Skaven Slave Spears. I know that they are pretty garbage, but the unit was crumbling to begin with, so that is pretty impressive. Somehow Deathmaster Snitch has lost quite a bit of ammunition, and I'm not sure what to. But he is powering on through. It looks like he is at the Realm of Souls Tier 3, though. And he probably will be able to spawn the Ushapti. Where did he spawn them? It would probably be on his left-hand flank here, I would assume. And yes, there's the Ushapti! Well done! Well done, being able to spawn those right behind the lines and on those Night Runners. The Ushapti should cut them to pieces. Deathmaster Snitch is running even further away. Oh yes, Ushapti. I know that this is a tournament battle and we're not going for cinematics, but let's just enjoy them cutting up these rats. We do have a unit coming in from behind. It looks like a unit of Eshin Triads that did return from routing. But even so, the balance of power is against SANDPIRATE here. He only has 540 men versus 1,400 of the Skaven. The Skaven do love their numbers. Where is Arkan the Black at this point? We've got the Tomb Scorpion. Is this Arkan? No. That's the Necrotect there. Okay, so the Ushapti are crumbling. Where are you, Arkan? Where are you? There you are. You're behind here. So you're trying to run down these Deathglow Bombardiers on your ghostly chariot there. Oh, look at Deathmaster Snitch quickly trying to catch him there, as he just spools up his chariot and wields away. We do have the Warp Fire Throwers actually firing at him, though, which is unfortunate. And over here, it looks like, yes, some of the huge constructs here, like the Cambrian War Sphinx, are starting to crumble. We also have the Tomb Scorpion here that has critical binding as well. It's debilitated. Looks like the Cambrian War Sphinx has steadied itself a bit, but it still is crumbling. We do have a restoring effect, though, being put down on the Cambrian War Sphinx. That is going to help stabilize its binding so it can continue fighting for longer. However, I don't see how he can come back from this. Yes, the Skaven will be ground down by the major constructs here, like the Tomb Scorpions, but just the numbers, I think, are going to be too much to handle. Deathmaster Stitch is actually quite weak. I wonder if SANDPIRATE is actually kind of cycle charging him. But look at all of these units over here that are still on the battlefield. Yeah, the Storm Vermin with Halberds is destroying the Skeleton Warriors here. You can see that they are crumbling. And Arkan the Black charging it over there. Did manage to break one of the units and possibly a second. And he's trying to collect all of his big units over here for one final stand. But the balance of power, again, quite heavily against him. Yes, come on. If you can kill him with one hit, he breaks Deathmaster Snitch. He is terrified at the moment, and he may actually be killed by the Cambrian War Sphinx. And by the way, guys, I am completely impartial here. I know I'm, like, excited to see Lord Levan's general die, but I just don't really like Skaven. That's the only problem. It has nothing to do with Lord Levan himself. I just find the Skaven are so, like, I don't know, like, they're so sneaky, and, like, I'm more of a quality guy, so seeing an army with a bunch of trash troops, like quantity, using quantity, and winning the battle, it just is not very... It's not very enjoyable for me to watch, but there lies the broken chariot of Arkan the Black, and there is the lifeless body of Arkan himself. So I think that will seal the victory for Lord Levan. So it looks like we may have a forced third round here. We've got the Kembrian War Sphinx moving in once again. Snitch has broken from the battlefield, so he will escape and be able to rally his vermin on another day. The Storm Vermin with halberds, though, will be a problem, I think, for the Kembrian War Sphinx. But he can't really afford to not charge in. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're going to have the Necrotect. Probably don't charge them head-on. Or charge them head-on. I guess that's fine. Let's watch this. Oh my goodness! Yes! Yes! Kembrian War Sphinx, go! Oh, I just love the Tomb Kings. Such an awesome faction. And it probably broke the Storm Vermin with halberds. Yes, it did. But look at all of the units over here. This is crumbling once again. The Necrotect is not, though. I don't know if it will add any morale bonuses to the Kembrian War Sphinx. It doesn't look like it will. And we still have the... What? The Tomb Scorpion has actually broke everything over here. So this is actually a very close battle. Given the fact that... Well, I mean, there's only 3 Tomb Kings on the battlefield, but it's down to 738. And quickly dropping. But yeah, there we go. The Kembrian War Sphinx has crumbled to a point of no return. It probably will perish very shortly here. Oh, unfortunate. And we have the Necrotect probably going to crumble here very soon. He is actually... oh, no, he broke and rallied immediately. And the Tomb Scorpion is crumbling as well. And there we go. So just like that, Lord Levan has tied it up, and we are forced to have a third battle. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Welcome everyone to the third and final battle between Lord Levan and SANDPIRATE. SANDPIRATE is playing as Norska, and in the front lines here he has 5 units of Marauders. We have 2 units of Marauder Berserkers here on the flanks in the second row. We have Wulfric the Wanderer on his Mammoth, a Marauder Great Weapon, Miststalkers Femur Warriors, a Wizard of Shadows Femur Balefiend, and 2 units of Marauder Horsemen. He also has 3 units, Vanguard deployed in the tree line, a Skin Wolf, and 2 units of Norskin Warhounds. Looking at Lord Levan, he's going with almost the exact same strategy as he did in the previous battle. He has 2 units of Chameleon Skinks here on the hilltop. He's playing as Hexalotl, or the Lizardmen. So he's got 2 Vanguard deployed ranged units here to kite the Marauders as they move forwards, and the rest of his units are deployed further on back. So he has 2 units of Cold Riders here. Oh, actually, we've got a Cold 1 Rider and a unit... Oh, yeah, they're both Cold 1 Riders. My apologies. We have a unit of Skink Cohort in the trees here, and then we have 3 Saurus Warriors with shields, 2 of the regular Saurus Warriors. We have a Skink Priest of Heavens. We have Krok Gar and some Kroxigors on the battlefield. So let's go ahead and get to the final battle. Alright guys, here we go once again. We have the Chameleon Skinks charging down the hilltop here and beginning to skirmish or harass the lightly armored Marauders. And it looks like this time SANDPIRATE is just going to retreat, which is actually quite surprising, although he probably sees that the rest of the lizardmen are actually pushing for the hilltops, so I don't know if he was doing that in reaction to the lizardmen pushing forwards, or if Lord Levan is pushing forwards due to the fact that SANDPIRATE was pulling back. However, I think he's trying to draw these 2 units of chameleon skinks away from the mainline infantry, and then possibly using his skin wolves to run them down. But he can't really just sit here, because you can see the chameleon skinks have used only a little of their ammo, and they are slicing and dicing this marauder unit. However, it looks like we do have the skink cohort moving forwards. We do have the skink priest of heavens actually moving forwards to possibly... Is he going to put some spells down or something? I'm not sure. Oh, yes, so he is trying to put some spells down. Oh, please, Marauder Horseman, don't ride into that. Yes, good job, SANDPIRATE, for avoiding that spell. Yeah, so that completely missed, so well done. Good battlefield awareness there for SANDPIRATE. Now, the Cold One Riders here with the skink cohort on the flanks. He needs to be careful with that. He's pushing very aggressively, but he stands to be enveloped here as his mainline units get into melee. But Wulfric the Wanderer just powers on through, and we are going to have a clash of the titans here when we see Kroq-Garm moving in against Wulfric the Wanderer. I am very interested to see who ends up the worst off in that deal. Looks like Wulfric the Wanderer is taking a lot more damage currently, but it's because Kroq-Garm was attacking him directly, and I think Wulfric was attacking these units like the Saurus Warriors and wasn't really focused on the general. However, it looks like he's doing next to no damage, so SANDPIRATE needs to probably get him out of there, and that is exactly what he is going to do. Over on the flanks, the Marauder Horsemen are doing an excellent job of picking apart the Saurus Warriors with shields, but he needs to be careful of those Cold One Riders. Over here, we do have the activation of those Skin Wolves, just destroying the Skink cohort. We have a Norscan Warhound unit hitting the backs of the Chameleon Skinks, although they are still able to fire, and the other unit of Cold One Riders is just peeling itself away. Wulfric the Wanderer down to half strength already, and Kroq-Garm barely touched at this point. We do have the other Warhounds just breaking the tree line now, and we've got the Marauder Horsemen moving around to find some better targets. We do have something being cast down here. It is a pendulum. I don't know who would have cast that. I'm assuming it was the Wizard of Shadows, though, doing the pendulum. Looks like it did a lot of damage to his Marauders there, which is unfortunate. We do have the Berserkers over here doing an excellent job against the Saurus Spears and Cold One Riders. Where is the other Berserker unit? Is it in the center, cutting up the Saurus Warriors, Marauders? Where's the other Berserkers? Oh, yeah, it is in there. Yeah, it is cutting up the Kroq-Zagors, so well done there. But it looks like Kroq-Garm is hell-bent on going after Wulfric the Wanderer here, and Wulfric the Wanderer, surprisingly, is getting absolutely annihilated. We do have those monstrous infantry, the Mist Stalkers, moving in to try and slow Kroq-Garm down. However, Wulfric the Wanderer is not looking very hot at the moment. Bounce power is very even, though. 690 of the Norskins on the battlefield, 480 of the Lizards. Oh man, do not lose Wulfric the Wanderer this early on, or just at least hit back, start powering. Yes, okay, Kroq-Garm is starting to take some damage. Wulfric the Wanderer needs to get out of there. Kroq-Garm, yes, okay, so the Marauder Horseman actually starting to focus down Kroq-Garm as well. Lord Levan needs to get Kroq-Garm out of there, though, and pursue Wulfric the Wanderer. He's so weak at this point. He is trying to lock him down with a unit of Skink Cohort, but he needs to get his general out of there. Those Marauder Horsemen are causing a lot of damage to Kroq-Garm. Look how quickly his health is going down. I think that these Marauder Horsemen have armor piercing, so that's probably why they do a lot of extra damage. But there we go. He is chasing down Wulfric the Wanderer. He's going to get a huge hit into him. And we have the Skink Priest of Heavens over here as well. I don't know if he's going to cast any form of spell down on Wulfric the Wanderer, but man, 1 or 2 more hits and Wulfric is dead. Okay, but yes, there we go. We've got Harmonic Convergence being cast down on Kroq-Garm, giving him extra melee attack and melee defense. However, he's taking so much damage against these Mist Stalkers here. And as I look over here, it looks like most of the Marauder units have powered through the Saurus Warriors. I mean, they are quite depleted at the moment. And now this is not looking good. Krokar is actually wavering. No, the Marauder Horsemen just really tore him down there. I have no idea how Wulfric the Wanderer managed to escape that alive, because Krokar was like full health when Wulfric the Wanderer was like less than half health. That is insane. We have a lot of units over here that have returned from routing, but I don't think Lord Levin has noticed that. And it looks like it is a sound defeat for Lord Levin. That is so frustrating. It looked like he was going to have an easy kill of the general and then be able to just mop up the rest of his forces. But I think one of two, well, there's two things that contributed to that. A, the Saurus Warriors did not hold for long enough, and Krokar could not get that kill on the Norskin general. Let's go ahead and see the end results. But actually, that is the end. I was going to say there might be another battle, but there's not. SANDPIRATE has moved on to the next round 2. And unfortunately, Lord Levin, thank you so much for participating. I really do appreciate it, but he has been eliminated. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this in the future. And as always, I will see you in the next one.